Hi, this is Darryl Lewis-Sandy from Mana. Welcome to the second training video in our series about the Mana Olog Assistant. The Olog Assistant provides a graphical user experience for constructing Ologs, for composing facts from aspects, endorsing instances for your aspects and types, and systematically reifying your Olog into Workspace kinds and functions. Ologs were invented by David Spivak and were first described in the paper Ologs, a categorical framework for knowledge representation. This paper is freely available online, and we will be referring to it often throughout this training series. The use of this material is granted under the Creative Commons Attribute License. In today's lesson, we'll be learning about facts and how to add them to our Ologs using the Mana Olog Assistant. This lesson uses a ManaQ template workspace that includes all of the kinds and functions that you will likely encounter in this tutorial. If you've been following along with us in the previous videos, you already have your own copy of this workspace and should open it now. If you've just joined us, you should take a moment to clone a copy of the Mana Olog tutorial template workspace. In our previous lesson, you created an Olog that encoded your beliefs about how sports teams were related to their hometown and their home state. Go ahead and open the Olog Assistant in the Assistant panel and load your Olog. Before I show you how to use the Olog Assistant to create a fact for your Olog, let's review what we know about aspects and facts. Recall that an aspect is a functional relationship on two types. This Olog has multiple aspects in it, and each of them is plausibly a functional relationship, because a child has only one biological father, only one biological mother, and only one set of biological parents. Paths of the Olog can be created by composing aspects, and if you follow the rules of good practice, then they can also be represented by natural language sentences. An Olog fact is a statement that two paths of the Olog are equivalent. For example, in this Olog, we might want to equate the path from child through a pair of people to mother to the path from child directly to mother, indicating that the mother of the child is in fact the same as the female parent of the child. We could also do the same for father. In Spivak's paper, he uses a check mark or an equation to explicitly indicate facts when they occur in an Olog. You can use the Fact tab on the Mana Olog Assistant to explicitly declare facts that occur in your Olog. You start this process by clicking on the Declare New Fact button, and then select either the path A or path B and click the aspects that participate in the fact in order. When you're done with the first path, go ahead and select the second one. When you're done assigning aspects to both paths, click the Save Fact button. In this way, we can create any number of facts in our Olog. We should be careful, though, when we're declaring facts, because not every pair of paths in an Olog should be equal. For example, if we were to extend this Olog to include the concept of person, the addition of these aspects introduces new paths into the Olog. However, we wouldn't want to equate any of them, because they would result in nonsensical familial relationships. For example, a child has a biological father that is a person which is the same as the child makes absolutely no sense. If you ever find that you need to delete a fact, you can do this by pressing the Delete Fact button. Let's return to today's exercise. I'd like you to use the Fact tab in the Olog Assistant to add facts to the Olog that you created in Lesson 1. If you'd like a little bit of an extra challenge, go ahead and add an aspect that represents the mapping from a state to its capital city. Why don't you pause the video here and try your hand at this exercise, and I'll be back in a moment to share with you my solution. Welcome back. I hope that you've all had a chance to successfully add a fact to your Olog. I'm going to show you my solution now. Looking at my Olog, I believe that there's one fact that I would consider to be true. That is, a team's hometown is in the state that is their home state. So I'm going to declare that fact. Now there's another path in this Olog, a path that starts at team, goes through state, and back to city. And if I were to equate that to hometown, what I would be saying is that for a team to be valid, the capital of its home state would have to be the same as its hometown. Now for most teams, that's not true. But if I wanted to introduce a new concept, let's say a capital city team, now we can declare that fact and it will be true. We can say that a capital city team is a team which has as a home state a state which has as a capital a city, which is the same as this path here. Capital city team is a team which has as a hometown a city. I hope that this example illustrates why we need to be careful when we're declaring paths to ensure that we're not equating things that are in fact different. Well, that does it for today's lesson. I hope that you've enjoyed learning about the Olog Assistant today and how to add facts to your Ologs. In our next lesson, we'll be learning about endorsing instances, which will give us a way of providing a precise meaning to the types and aspects of our Ologs. I hope that you'll join me then. If you enjoyed this video and would like to learn more about the Olog Assistant or the ManaQ platform, don't forget to subscribe to the Mana Inc. YouTube channel.